Drummers, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Goodness Bobby and I'm super excited to have you on our YouTube channel. This is a channel for teachers who want to grow, who wants to thrive, who want to discover purpose while in the classroom. So for today's session, I'll be talking to you on my journey into the classroom, how I got into the classroom, I was transformed and I became a classroom teacher. Once again, you are welcome to our channel. Please do not forget to click on the subscription button. Yes, that red button you can see that is saying subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Please do well to go click on it right now, before we continue. You have to subscribe. Once again, thank you all for joining. So I'll be sharing with you on how I transition into the classroom. So who is Goodness Obie? Goodness Obie is a young adult who became a teacher, who left a biochemistry journey, a MSc in public health, and went into the classroom to become a classroom teacher. So me going into the classroom is just a practical story of what we do here in the Bible, what we do read every time in the Bible, of God instructing Abraham to leave his father's house to a land that he was going to show him. Okay, so this was me leaving my profession as a biochemist into the classroom. So that was a land that God had promised to show me. Yeah. And I found myself in the classroom. You know, Abraham wasn't told where I was going to. So I was told to leave where I was to a land. And I got into the classroom. Yes, so many of you watching this, probably you are like me. You stumbled into the classroom, or you were called to move into the classroom, or probably there was no other option. That was the reason you came into the classroom. That could be your case. But mine, I heard from God to leave where I was to a place that he was going to show me, and the classroom was that place where he instructed me to go into. You see, my early years as a teacher, there were those moments where I was shy, where I was ashamed of being a teacher, probably because of societal status, what people thought about who a teacher is, and a whole lot that people must have perceived being a teacher to be. And when I was there, I kept asking and requesting to know exactly why I am in the classroom. And trust me, when I got the answers, when I got the instructions of why I was in the classroom, I became so intentional, I became so deliberate. And that is one thing I am most passionate about. Okay, I want to see how teachers can thrive in the classroom. I have a mentorship platform for teachers where we train teachers on how they can find purpose while in the classroom. I always believe that your classroom is never a limitation, and I always tell people my classroom is my gold mine. Everything I need, I would harness from that classroom where I am in. So I am so much passionate about what I do, and even in my passion, I have been able to also make and increase my income from that classroom. I have gotten a lot of insight into what to do and what not to do. So when I tell you that your classroom is never a limitation, that is the kind of life I exude. So I told myself that going into the classroom, I was going to make a difference. I won't be the regular teacher that people know in the society. I want to be that teacher that when I am in public, I will be proud to say I am a teacher, and others too want to identify as being a teacher. I went to a conference sometime last year, and I was telling them, before you know any other thing about Goodness Obie, first thing you should know about her is that she's a teacher. Yes. And after that conference, people came and was like, oh, I love how you were carrying the teaching profession. Yes, that is what I do. I know that I have been called into this. I have become so intentional, so deliberate about it. So that is what we even do in my academy. I have an academy for teachers and students, and for teachers, we actively engage in purpose discovery session. I want to see how teachers can become better while in the classroom. How you can start earning more from what you are so much passionate about. Your passion cannot become something that you start regretting, you start hating. So that thing that you love most, that thing that you think is not really recognized, that is teaching. I help teachers to see the benefits of being a teacher and how they can harness their potentials in the classroom. You see another practical illustration from the scripture where the Bible gave an illustration of Isaac. He said Isaac sowed in that same land. So in that same land you are in as a teacher, that same classroom, you can make that money from there. So that is what we basically do in our academy for teachers. I tell you that in your classroom you can sow and you can reap in 100 folds, in 1,000 folds, and everything. So me leaving my profession into the classroom was an instruction I heard from God, and I became so intentional about my going into the classroom. And I would always tell teachers, when you are in the classroom, when you become so intentional, you choose to prioritize it, you choose to focus on why you are there. Your eyes are open to opportunities, so you are grateful for where you are and you see better opportunities. I have been able to author 5 books as a classroom teacher. I have a company as a classroom teacher. So when I say your classroom is not a limitation, I mean every bit of my words. I also have an academy for students where I train them, those persons who struggle with reading, who struggle with how to study. Yes, we have a platform where we organize consultations for you and show you the practical steps to reading. I also have books on that. Okay, I also have a mentorship platform for students who are struggling with their career. This is me as a teacher. So I left that land where I was to a land where I was shown, and that is my classroom. And me coming here, I have not regretted any of it, because I am most grateful for the insight I have daily on what to do while in the classroom. So when I tell teachers that your classroom is your gold mine, your classroom it's your gold mine, your classroom is never a limitation, I mean every bit of it. And I have told myself that I would start with myself to tell every teacher out there that this thing is possible. So when you see teachers leaving the profession, it's because they have not sat down to get insight of the opportunities that they can get in the classroom. Okay, so when you are thinking, oh, this is not supposed to be, this is not supposed to be, we complain about the problems, we don't come up with solutions. So you as a teacher, you should be targeted towards a solution, not just talking about the problem. You should be a solution provider. You should be an answer to people's problems. So in the classroom, you can shine your light to the outermost part of the earth. From the classroom, you can reach out to as many. From the classroom, you can make impacts. Okay, you can do a whole lot. So never you live with that mindset that you becoming a teacher was the worst thing that happened to you. Being a teacher, it's an opportunity. Being a teacher, it's a blessing. So you just have to open your eyes and accept it that, oh, my teaching, what I have ventured into, is my own, how do I put it now? My own calling, my own business, and you have to choose to be intentional and become so deliberate about it. So I'm saying to every teacher out there, probably you stumbled into the profession, or you were called into this ministry as a teacher. I want you to take it seriously, become so intentional, become so deliberate about your assignment in the classroom. And when you decide to be intentional and deliberate, all of the doors in education will be open to you. So I am Goodness Obia, one who is so passionate about teaching. Do not allow your thoughts about who a teacher should be limit you. Okay, whosoever you want to become, you can be, and all of it you can be, and even more you can become, if you can decide to accept yourself and accept your abilities as a teacher. I hope to see you in other sections of our video. Please do well to subscribe so you can be updated when any of our video is uploaded. Thank you all for joining, and I am so happy sharing my transitioning story with you. I left from where I was to the land that God showed me, and I have never regretted staying in this land. And I hope you too, as a teacher, you are not regretting being in this profession. If you need help on anything, you can do well to reach out to us. Our number is on the screen. We hope to see you some other time. Bye for now.